Speaking of important people, it is time for our President's Welcome with Scott Campbell. Scott is a Group Officer in the Clarence Valley area as well as a Senior Trainer. He was a trustee of the New South Wales RFS and Brigade's donation fund for 10 years until 2022. He operates a small beef cattle enterprise in the Clarence Valley and is a director with Australia and PNG Tours, where he focuses on World War II history, particularly the Kokoda Track, where he personally guides groups of trekkers. He's actually literally just returned from the Kokoda Track very, very recently. He was awarded the Commissioner's Commendation for Bravery in 2020 for actions in 2019 at the Liberation Trail fire that impacted the village of Nymboida, and a Commissioner's Certificate of Commendation earlier this year for actions during a flood rescue. He's been a director with the association since 2017, vice president in 2019 and president in 2021. He has two daughters and he loves nothing more than getting out his planetary app, as I saw him do last night, looking up at the stars and working out where all the stars are in the night sky. He also loves opening our conference. Please put your hands together and welcome our president, Scott Campbell. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, I do have to put my glasses on, sorry. Well, they're not actually mine, I pinched a set. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to the RFSA Conference 2023. I'm pleased to be able to say we have representatives from every district across the state here in the room with us today. We also have several hundred members joining us online via webinar, and I'm sure you will enjoy the presentations. I extend a special thank you to Uncle Warren for the warm welcome to your country, and it is important that we acknowledge the traditional owners of this beautiful land and pay our respects to the elders past, present and the emerging youth. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of some distinguished guests here today with us. Minister for Emergency Services, the Honourable Jihad Dib, welcome. Deputy Commissioner Peter McKechnie, late scratching, and I will add an apology from the Commissioner when he called this morning. He was not well at all. We also have Shadow Minister for Emergency Services, Mr. Gurmesh Singh. Thank you for joining us. To my fellow members, it's an honour to stand here before you and extend a warm welcome to the Hunter Valley. Your presence here reaffirms your commitment to our organisation, and I must say it's truly a tremendous feeling, and I'm honoured to present you an extraordinary group of individuals from across New South Wales. Putting our members first has always been the association's priority. Each one of you embodies the spirit of selflessness and dedication that makes our association truly remarkable. Over my past 2 years as president, we have experienced moments of great sorrow as we bid farewell to some cherished friends. However, we have also had the wonderful opportunity to reconnect with members who have been away for a while. As I stand before you this morning, I can't help but reflect on the extraordinary challenges we faced in recent times. From the devastating 2019-2020 season to the ongoing impacts of COVID, our resilience has been tested time and time again. Just as it seemed we were regaining a sense of normalcy, devastating floods struck so much of our state, and twice in the northeast where I'm from, impacting some of our members directly. Along with so many others who answered the call to help, even though flood response is not what we joined the Rural Fire Service to do. I vividly recall standing in a member's two-storey brick house, witnessing the devastation caused by unprecedented water levels. One wall was gone and the whole side of his house had to be supported with acro props. This member, an RFS salaried officer, and their family had lost everything. However, we were able to swiftly provide financial assistance by depositing funds directly into their bank account. I take immense pride in the fact that our RFS staff are also our members. We do not exclude them, but warmly welcome them. This story was repeated many times across the state, resulting in a total of $435,000 being distributed to our members since January 21. Our chaplaincy program has been instrumental in providing direct financial support to hundreds of members over the past couple of years, led by our wonderful senior chaplains, Ian and Kerry Spall. We have assisted members directly affected by fires, floods, and personal or family changes. Throughout these trying times, the RFSA has been there to support our members in many ways. whether it's providing clean t-shirts and socks during flood recovery or operating coffee vans at staging areas. We're always ready to lend a helping hand during major incidents. However, we recognise that it is not possible to reach everyone in need. While we excel at providing practical support during these events, we also understand that the impact lasts far beyond when these fires are extinguished or the floodwaters recede. We are committed to being there for our members beyond the immediate threat. The RFSA has provided over 1,000 mental health and crisis support courses to our members through our partnership with St John Ambulance, with plans for hundreds more this year. We continue to prioritise mental health and crisis support for our members, and I'll take a moment here to emphasise that there is no shame in reaching out for help. I know a lot of us pretend that everything is okay and avoid putting our hand up because we think we should deal with it ourselves and that somebody else, we would get in the way of them receiving help. It is perfectly fine to put your hand up and say, I'm not okay. Can I just say, there is nothing wrong. Again, and if you see your partner is struggling or another member of your brigade is struggling, there is nothing wrong with putting your hand up and saying they need help. Do not hesitate to ask for assistance. We are here for one another. On behalf of our members, we have strongly advocated to government on important issues such as impairment payments and the need to address the existing disparity between volunteer emergency workers and other injured workers. The difference is significant. We are also continuing to fight for presumptive legislation for PTSD. Our members' mental health is paramount and important to us, but what is even more crucial is that when a member's mental health is affected due to service, that they are diagnosed with PTSD, that the burden of proof should not be on that member. It should be presumed that their injury is service-related so they can get the support they help without worrying about fighting a contested compensation claim. The work we do is often psychologically challenging, and members deserve to know that if the struggle and as a result of their service, there will be support on the other side. That is why presumptive legislation for PTSD holds such significance to me. Of course, the work we do carries a lot of physical risks as well. And this year, we witnessed the addition of 22 names added to the Emergency Services Memorial in Canberra. Of those, 7 were for the RFS. 5 of those 7 were through workplace cancer. The Tasmanian, ACT and federal governments have approved 8 additional types of cancer for presumptive workers' compensation coverage, including female reproductive and lung cancers. I will continue to advocate on your behalf to ensure that the same level of protection is extended to our members in New South Wales. At the same time as working for additional legislation protection, we're also addressing some of the causes of these types of cancers with the demands to government for better decontamination and cleaning of PPC. While members certainly need more protection in some areas, there's also a lot of good that we must acknowledge. We are fortunate to have a range of resources available to us to stay mentally well. In addition to the chaplains, we have SIS, peers, psychologists working out of area office, and of course our member assistance program. As an association, we've done an awful lot over the past couple of years, and in 2022 we achieved the removal of restrictions on RFS vehicles using U-turns and crossover bays. After years of advocating for that change, we finally got it across the board. We also renewed the RFSA Memorandum of Understanding regarding workers' compensation for RFS volunteers, offering enhanced protection for injured volunteers when existing provisions fall short. Acknowledging the incredible response RFS volunteers during recent flood events and to help keep our people safe, we have ensured that personal flotation devices and rescue lines will be distributed to all RFS trucks. We are also funding fridges in both the new and refurbed trucks, with over 220 delivered to the RFS in the past 2 years. Furthermore, the RFSA partnered with the RFS for the development of a firefighter memorial garden at the Training Academy in Dubbo. And we were the driving force behind the distribution of the RFS Indigenous pin. We offer a range of benefits both to individual members and whole brigades. And in 2022, there were 6 RFS Family Days, attended by over 5,200 members and their families. Since their inception, these events have only flourished and grown stronger. And in the past 2 years, we've included visits to places like the Big Banana Fun Park, Byron Bay Wildlife Sanctuary, Dubbo Zoo and the Canberra Zoo, just to name a few of the places we've been to. And yes, there seems to be an unintended centred around meerkats, but who cannot resist their charm? Importantly, events like these not only attract families, but also offer them a day out with no costs other than the travel. Through our family days, we can express our heartfelt appreciation to our husbands, wives, mothers, fathers, children, and all those who provide us unwavering support. It is only with their understanding and encouragement we can do the job we do. In January this year, we went on the road, the west of our state, visiting 12 towns in 12 days on our flood recovery tour. We travelled to Brewarrina, Eugowra, Forbes, Griffiths and Deniliquin, amongst others. Each evening, the RFSA hosted a fantastic complimentary event and dinner with great musical entertainment from the wonderful Grace and Hugh. And I'll have more to say about them because I've brought them here for you tonight as well. It is crucial to me that we extend our support right across the state and demonstrate our dedication to every member of our community. Due to the tour's success and positive impact, we are gearing up again to do it at the end of the month in the northeast of our state. If you live in that area, I encourage you to book for your free tickets for what really is a wonderful evening. It is our way of saying resounding thank you for your help in your communities and rebuild and recover. Last year, we established the Gary Barton Memorial Youth Scholarship, enabling a young member to embark on a Young Endeavour sailing ship adventure every year. Gary was a long time and distinguished member of the RFSA State Council, and I am pleased that we'll be able to offer this scholarship in his memory. I was thrilled to see the first two scholarship winners when they commenced their journey in April, and with our third winner due to set sail next month. Our support for young members helps equip them with the tools they need to excel in the service to community and become future leaders in the RFS. The RFSA can help not just individuals, but whole brigades. And through our assistance in 2022, 25 brigades secured government and other grants totaling $333,000. It is important to note that without RFSA administrative support, these funds would not have been accessible to brigades. And this is in addition to the $382,000 in our own grants program, which benefited more than 160 brigades last year. Now on to what can you expect from the RFSA Conference 2023. Across the weekend, we have the privilege of listening to some truly remarkable speakers. They have been carefully selected to provoke thought, raise awareness, and challenge our existing ideas. The conference is dedicated to learning, and I encourage you all to engage with the presenters and test the theories that you've already learned by exploring different ways of thinking. In addition to the engaging speaker program, please visit the trade and information exhibition stands during your breaks. There are so many wonderful ideas and opportunities to learn more from our exhibitors. Conferences like this also provide an excellent opportunity to reconnect with old friends and forge new friendships. Our gala dinner tonight will undoubtedly be a significant event and one that will leave a lasting impression on you. We all recognise the importance of entertainment for our mental health well-being, and rest assured tonight you will be entertained. I eagerly look forward to meeting as many of you as possible over the next few days. And let's remember that we're all part of one big family, that's the RFS, and the RFSA is there to support that big family. Have a great conference. Thank you.